Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these watches and you enjoy these videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and then I could send watches like this to your inbox as soon as tomorrow morning. If you like this watch, you can buy it on thewatchbox.com. Buy, trade, and sell luxury watches 24 hours a day and globally on thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing a bit of a birthday boy. This is the Grand Seiko Caliber 9S 20th Anniversary Limited Edition. 1,300 pieces for the year 2018 in stainless steel. This anniversary tribute to 1998's 9S caliber and accompanying design is one of the more generously proportioned and physically substantial Grand Seiko three-hand date watches, as in stainless steel, it's 42 millimeters from 9 to 3 across the watch, not including the crown. It's neither thick nor thin. 13.5 millimeters is, I would say, middle of the pack for a three-hand automatic with a date, but you'll note the slope of the case flank as well as of the bezel. You should be able to fit this watch underneath all dress cuffs. Lug to lug, the timepiece is a relatively compact 48 millimeters, compact for its 42 millimeter case size. If you were to avail yourself of those strap tool holes in the lugs, you'd find 48 would be the distance across the wrist with a strap. But with the solid end-link bracelet, which is quite substantial, you'll find that the extremity to extremity distance across the wrist is a more substantial 50.7 millimeters. Now, if you were to fit an aftermarket strap, the sizing is 21 millimeters between the lugs, so you'll have a bevy of Seiko, Grand Seiko, and aftermarket options. I have to say that over the years, I've become more and more impressed with the solidity of Grand Seiko bracelets. Now, they have become more and more comparable to Rolex as the perceived substance, quality, and tolerances have improved. They were always good. Now they're getting to be very good. This one is a combination of polished bevels, polished facets, and satin finished facets. There's a degree of hand finishing in the Zaratsu polish of the case as well as the finishing of the bracelet that you will not find in a modern Omega or Rolex product. Both of them are pitch perfect in finish, but industrial in character. This one's a bit more artisanal, even as it's a sub $5,000 watch new. You'll note that underneath, broad channels between the links to avoid pinching skin, pulling hair, or trapping wrist heat and moisture on a hot day, screws used for sizing the removable links, and a substantial single-fold deployant with a secure twin trigger system for release. You'll note the double finish, satin and polish of the Grand Seiko logo, as well as the double finish, polished flanks, and satin top of the clasp itself. You must depress both triggers to open. It cannot accidentally pop open. Now, the case is where this watch really sets itself apart from what you'll find at the mass manufacture industrial brands in Switzerland. TAG, Breitling, Rolex, Omega, none of them will give you a case with this much hand finish. While the Zaratsu polishing technique of Grand Seiko may be somewhat over-romanticized, what's indisputable is that the results are fantastic, and most of the labor truly is manual, as a tin plate is used to polish these facets and create the optically smooth shine. And it's mostly a matter of artisanal feel by hand and artisanal eye. How you create these dimensionally perfect bevels horizontally opposed across the case and yet identical in every detail, I don't know how you do that using only the eye. There are templates for checking after the fact, but to be able to do it reliably in series is exquisite, and the result is a far more complex, nuanced, artisanally finished, and human product than what you'll get from the big Swiss brands. You'll also note that the faceting as well as the curvature is more interesting than what you'll find in a contemporary Rolex. Simply handsome. Now, this timepiece does have a great deal going on about its dial. The bezel is a simple stepped conical affair, but if you look at the dial itself, I'm going to do my best to give you detail. It's what Grand Seiko describes as a mosaic pattern, and the logo is the Dainai Sakosha logo broken up, and that is the late 1960s logo of the company that would become Seiko Instrument. You will note that the quality of Grand Seiko dials is already on par with Rolex. If the case is perhaps more artisanally exquisite and the bracelet is getting there, the dial is on par or better. You can see the indices themselves have been hand finished Diamond polished for that exquisite faceting and glint and gleam. You'll also note that the same treatment applied to the hands at center, beautifully faceted and polished Dauphine hands. The dial base, yes, it's brown, but it's better described as a sort of golden bronze. It's not a simple brown. It's not like you pull out your Crayola and you get this color. This has a little bit of a life to it, as there is a metallic luster that I even believe is slightly lost in the video. You have to see this one in person. That said, it's an easy watch to read by light thanks to the contrast of the indices and hands against the base, and I adore the two-tone on the dial side. Yellow gold with the Lancet style counterweighted seconds and the Grand Seiko logo, exquisite. You are getting a modern iteration of the now 20-year-old birthday boy, the 9S caliber, and the example in this particular watch is the 9S68 automatic. It features a screw-down crown and thus 100-meter water resistance on this model, but you have hacking or stop seconds. You have a quick set so you can rapidly cycle the date should you wish. You have automatic winding as well as commemorative caseback graphics. Adjusted in a chronometer busting 6 positions. The Swiss chronometer standard is 5 positions. This one is adjusted in 6. I appreciate that because the difference and difficulty between 5 and 6 is an order of magnitude, not one more. It's simply difficult to hide any variation when you adjust in all 6 standard positions versus 5. Swiss brands will often hide all of the error in one position that is not measured in the chronometer test. By testing in 6, Grand Seiko gives error no place to hide. 35 joules, watchmaker assembled and watchmaker regulated. This is a 3-day power reserve with a 28,800 vibration per hour beat rate, and thanks to the screwed-in caseback and the screw-down crown, this is an aquatic watch with 100-meter water resistance. What you're getting is not as artisanally finished on the inside as it is on the outside, but make no mistake, this is a watchmaker built and watchmaker serviced product. This timepiece offers everything you could want in a modern all-arounder. It's not a dress watch because of its water resistance, size, shock resistance, and overall durability. In steel, though, without luminescent dial and all of high polish about its flanks, it has a dressy sensibility for a sports watch, so it's neither nor. Like a Ducati Monster, it's neither a pure superbike nor a cruiser, somewhere in between. This is the one to wear for all occasions, and for all occasions where watch nerds might be found. This is the Grand Seiko Caliber 9S 20th Anniversary 1300 pieces for 2018, available on the Watchbox.